What is going on, Momentum fam? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about how to build a customer service department that will generate you 5-star reviews. So we're going to be talking about obviously some of the main things that a lot of people kind of let fly over their head or don't really put the energy needed towards when it comes to building an online e-commerce brand, right? One of the most important things when it comes to your brand is your brand reputation. And who is responsible for that brand reputation? Is it you as the owner? Is it your customer service department? Is it the way you market yourself? Those are all the things we're going to be talking about in this video. So let's go ahead and dive right into the PowerPoint that I have prepared for you guys. So this is actually one of the resources that we personally use for our e-commerce brands, as well as share with our e-commerce incubator community, where we teach other people and students how to build their own online brands. So the first thing we want to talk about is obviously why is customer experience so important for e-commerce brands or really any type of business in general, right? Every company, products, offerings undoubtedly play a large role in our success or the company's success. However, our relationship with our customers may play even a bigger role, right? Obviously, your relationship and the way you communicate with your customers on all cylinders is key, right? Especially the customer support agents and the team that you have communicating when problems happen with your customers and with your products, right? Positive customer experiences will be reflected in different types of things: retention, satisfaction, sales numbers, and overall revenue, right? Your customer support team is literally the bridge between you as a company and the customers you have, right? The way they talk to them, the way they resolve their issues, the way they treat them, and the way they just respond to them and how quick they respond to them is very key. And your customers obviously play a big role in your business, right? How much revenue you create, if they're gonna come back and buy from you, if they're gonna support your company and share it, right? Or are they gonna go ahead and give a bad review to your company and share the bad experience they had with your company, right? Strong customer service skills are especially important for businesses. For this example, we put Modern Gardening, which is our e-commerce brand that we've been focusing on here in the last 10 months. Have a financial incentive to retain their customers and keep them happy. Again, your lifetime value for your customers is directly related to how you treat them, right? A great product is good, but it doesn't bring people back. Great service brings people back, and it's what allows people to continue buying from you, right? For me, for example, I like to go to specific restaurants here in the Miami area that I've been going to every single time I'm feeling a specific type of food because of the people they have there, because of how they treat me when I show up to these places, right? And it's the same exact thing when it comes to online consumers and how they want to be treated with the brands that they're buying and spending their hard-earned money at. Now the next thing is going to be why is customer service experience? Customer experience is a strong revenue driver when you consider that 3 out of 10 customers will look for another business after a single bad experience. Okay, so that's 30% of customers that you may have generated literally go ahead and buy the same exact product that you're selling somewhere else simply because they got a bad experience or had a bad conversation with your customer support agent, right? 5 out of 10 customers will not make a purchase again after a bad customer experience. So 50% of people, right, 50% of people will not purchase from the same brand again if they have a bad experience or received a bad product and didn't get their situation or their issue resolved, right? And then 7 out of 10 consumers will spend more on a business with good customer service. So again, simply like I said, the analogy where I like to go to a specific restaurant because of the people and because of the way they treat me when I go there. Their food isn't the best food in the world, but it's great food. And it's a great experience when I go there because of the people and again, how they treat me and the vibe they have there. So again, about 7 out of every 10 people, right, will go ahead and come back faithfully and purchase again and again and again from you, as long as you keep making them happy, deliver on your expectations and over deliver on their expectations, right? When it comes to communicating with them the right way, giving them the right product and resolving any issues that may come up during shipping or when they receive their products. Despite all these numbers, things don't always go according to plan, obviously, right? It's not like you mean to send a shitty product unless you're doing drop shipping. You know, you might be sending a shitty product that you may have never even seen or never even touched. Even with good intentions, some businesses end up leaving their customers with a bad taste in their mouths. Our goal is to focus on things we can control. In this case, providing the best possible experience. So again, usually a lot of people have high expectations that you may not be able to deliver, right? Like they're expecting a product and they receive something else. Even though you're maybe giving a quality product, some people are just picky, right? Some people just don't like specific things, and you can't do anything about their personal preferences. But what you can do is do a great job, again, communicating what you stand for as a company, and again, your intentions and a great customer experience. So at least you leave a good taste in their mouth when it comes to the people and the brand they bought from. Not necessarily you have to make them happy about the product they bought from you. So what causes bad customer experiences, right? These are very important things that you as an e-commerce brand owner or an entrepreneur that has a business really have to focus on, right? When it comes to bad customer experience, it's specific things that people expect, right? And the current situation online and the way people currently shop, right? And again, these are all things that we've learned along the way. It's not like we're doing 100% job at it. But again, these are things that we pointed out and we found out, again, over the last few years by understanding how to do better and how to keep improving our brand from all cylinders. So bad customer experiences, number one thing I would say people hate is long waits and slow response time. So if you have an online chat, right, the last thing you want to do is respond 10 minutes after somebody visits your website, and then they're not even there anymore, right? They send a message and then they try to get that question answered and you can't respond. Or somebody sends an email, right? Somebody sends an email, let's say they want to get a discount, right? That's something very common. And the last thing you want to do is reply days after, right? Or even 2 days after. Ideally, you want to keep that response time within 24 to 48 hours. If customers are left waiting for a response too long, they'll probably go to another online store, right? Failing to understand customer needs. This is something we see when, you hire essentially cheaper virtual assistants from overseas. And again, not all of them. Some of them have that language barrier. And if you give them a specific template, they continue following that template without really giving it a human touch, right? Because they're more trained up, okay, answer A or question A means answer B, right? So they're just looking to get tickets done versus actually being able to answer and provide a service to the customers that are asking questions. So failing to answer an inquiry won't help you leave a good impression and leave your customer dissatisfied, right? Obviously, that's something we can all relate to. If you ask about a specific size or a specific color to something and then they tell you, we just don't have it, right? Versus you could tell the customer, hey, sorry, this is not something we have, but it is going to be coming soon, or I'll go ahead and point it out to our staff. So hopefully we can bring it in the future, right? There's a big difference in how you respond to specific questions. So it's really important to train your customer support agents on reading, understanding, and then answering the questions versus just getting rid of tickets, right? Because that's something we came to realize that when we first hired virtual assistants, they were really more focused on bringing the number of tickets, the number of inquiries that we're getting as low as possible, right? Not necessarily focusing on how they get that question answered, more about as long as they get that question answered, they thought they were doing a good job, and we thought they were too, right? Unsolved or unresolved issues and unanswered questions, right? So failing to answer an inquiry won't help you leave a good impression. And again, right, the last thing you want to do is leave a customer hanging. For example, some customers may reach out to a specific question. We trained our customer support agents to answer them with an answer, and then you can go ahead and get more information. So what I mean by that, somebody may ask you a question that your customer support agent may not know the answer. It's important though for you to let the customer know that you have received their question, right? You're gonna look for more information and then you're gonna get back to them. Now that customer feels comforted, now they feel that somebody's listening to them. So now they're just gonna be waiting, right, for that answer to come in after, like a follow-up email or a follow-up text message, whatever the case may be, right? Too much automation and lack of human touch. This is, again, another thing we came to realize that, we wanted to save money. We wanted to see, okay, what's the best way where we can save money and not have to hire too much people to talk to our customers, right? We thought that would be the smart way to go. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that same thing as well, right? Like having automated bots, for example, automated answers on chats, right? That can only take you so far. At the end of the day, when people are looking for support, they're looking to be able to call, text, email, or chat with somebody right away. They're looking for another human on their other side to, again, bridge the gap and let them understand that there's somebody listening to them that will help them resolve their questions. So, with that being said, again, too much automation is not always a good thing. And then the last thing is going to be lack of customer service personalization. So sending out generic responses to customers, to customer inquiries only shows that we don't care about our customers. So again, you want to make sure you're able to hire somebody who understands the basic needs of a human being, I like to say, right? And be able to be personable, right? Have empathy, have sympathy, and really be able to communicate to the customers the way you want them to and the way you would respond to a customer or the way you would like to be responded to as a customer. The next slide here is obviously how to hire customer service. Again, so we talked about, key things to focus on. We talked about the bad things when it comes to customer service and what you want to avoid, right, as a company. And now, how do we hire customer service reps? Okay, customer service reps is not hard. I would say the first place you would want to search for customer support reps, again, because it is a virtual job at the end of the day, is going to be Upwork, right? So Upwork is a website where you can go ahead and hire freelancers from all over the world, India, China, the US, any country, and train them on how to do specific things. And a lot of these people have already experienced working with other online brands, so you just need to go ahead and put that post up, interview the people, and see which one is going to be a good fit for you, right? Again, going back to what we talked about earlier, you could hire virtual assistants from third world countries that you can pay $4 to $5 an hour, sometimes less, sometimes a little bit more. That would do a great job, right? But again, you really have to filter through them to find the right person. And that's where the next bullet point goes. Don't go for cheap, go for quality, right? We went for cheap at the beginning, and that didn't get us great results. It got us good results. So if you want to get great results, I would say definitely avoid going the cheap route and go for something quality. Not to say that you could definitely get lucky and find one or two people that would do a great job for really low amount of money. And then run the numbers. Really what I meant is just filtering through the customer support reps, right? Just because you hired 2 this month doesn't mean those are going to be the 2 that will stick with you for as long as you run that company, right? You have to always continue hiring, always continue rotating, and really being able to tell when something is good, right, that has potential to be great, and then somebody is doing good that isn't really something or someone you can continue working with that will take your company voice or help your customers, reach that 5-star rating, right? And the last thing is, again, another thing that we've actually slept on is customer satisfaction surveys, right? So this is key if you are going to build a customer support agent or staff for your team. It's really key to have these surveys, right? So this is a specific app called Georgia's that we use that allows you to sync all your emails, all your chats and social media into one place, right? So your customer support agents can answer all those questions on one platform. So for this one, and specifically, and I'm sure there's other apps that you can do this, this will allow your customers to rate the experience they had with a specific agent, right? And based off these ratings, you'll be able to tell, okay, which agent is the best, which agent is worse, or which agent needs to be helped and trained better, right, to be able to get 5-star ratings. And usually these ratings are going to report back to your company overall, right? So if somebody's getting a 5-star review here, that customer is more likely to go ahead and give you a 5-star rating on Facebook or on Instagram or on Yelp or whatever the case may be. So again, it's really important to have these people that you have doing your customer support, very well trained, efficient, and again, have that empathy, right? Which is going to go into the next slide, right? Having that brand voice via support. So thinking about how you would want to be treated as a consumer and as a customer, and be able to train your customer support agents to do the same. And again, you always want to relate it back to the way you communicate as a brand, your brand voice. So for example, if your brand, for our brand specifically, right, for Modern Garden, here's a voice that we use. It's a warm and friendly best friend, right, with a modern style that is obsessed, so knowledgeable, with interior decor. What that means, it's a little bit nerdy, but really more than anything, it's going to be very friendly, open, and honest with our customers, right? So very key thing here to focus on as well. And then main focus as a customer support channel, right? So again, you want to always be able to improve your first response time per channel. So are you quick on Instagram but slow on Facebook, right? How do I improve my response time on Facebook and make everything very efficient, right? Using positive professional language in response to customers. So again, don't really focus on training them just to be templates or template copiers, but be able to help them and make sure the staff you are going to hire is going to be able to, again, answer questions and add that human touch from their personal experience. Tracking customer satisfaction, right? So again, see your top reps versus your bottom reps to allow you to keep hiring more people, right? Until you find the right amount or the right people to work with you. And then getting more reviews from happy customers, right? A lot of people sleep on the fact that a company has a 5 or a 4 or 3-star reviews. This is all things that, you know, at the end of the day, consumers care for, right? What are other people saying about this brand? And why should I buy from this brand, right? We live in a day and age where, again, people care who they buy from more than where they buy it from, right? So again, they care about the brand, they care about what they stand for, and the people they have working with them, and how it's communicating to them as a consumer. So hope you guys got something out of this video. Again, if it's your first time on the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button, share it with a fellow e-commerce entrepreneur or a business owner. Drop a like, helps me spread this video more, and yeah, hopefully you guys like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.